Hey guys, it's Saru, and I got the chance to play Dead Island 2 when it first came out, and I'm a little bit late for this review, so you guys may not be interested in this whatsoever, but first of all, I do have an obligation to make this review, because I'm a little bit late. I'm a little bit late, but I've been a little bit busy, and other than that, I just really wanted to share my thoughts with you guys on this game, because, spoiler alert, I had a lot of fun with it. So, let's get right into it. So before I begin, I do want to thank Deep Silver. They sent me a key when the game did come out about 3 months ago or so, and honestly, I do apologize, like, I've been incredibly occupied, but I do thank you for giving me a copy of the game in advance, and I had a lot of fun with it. It was quite literally the very first game that I played for more than an hour for about 6 months, I think. It was like the very first game for like half a year, and yeah, I want to thank you guys for sending me a copy. Hopefully this won't ruin our relationship, and I know I'm a little bit late, but let's talk about the review. When I started the game, the intro for the game itself, I want to get this out of the way. This song was stuck in my head for weeks. I would sometimes just stay on the menu and listen to that song over and over and over. I don't know what it was. It was just so hauntingly captivating. So the intro itself with the menu was really nice. Okay, I just want to put that out there. I'm putting an emphasis on that. I loved it. And I have not done that where I'm listening to a song over and over again since probably Black Ops 1. I would just listen to the piano for the zombie song over and over again. So props for that. So that aside, getting into the game and choosing the Slayers was really cool because you had a little bit of an intro of each Slayer, what they do, how they are, their personalities, but you don't really get to really know the Slayers until you actually play the game, which is fair, I guess. But once you get into the crash and everything, you get to choose which Slayer you want to do. Each one has their own kind of unique abilities or unique passives, I guess. And I thought it was really cool the way it was designed, because it was like you are in the middle of a cinematic, and based on what you choose, the experience may be different every single time. So I decided to go with Jacob, and full disclosure, I was playing on the PlayStation 5, and based on what I did play, I found the graphics to be really nice. Nothing was really dropping in terms of frame rate. Everything was just really nice. I will say this was the first time I didn't really see like a true graphics option for the PlayStation 5. I guess you were just kind of given what you were given, and I was kind of fine with it, I think, because the graphics were fine, the sound was great, and everything just ended up working nicely. Now, I will say that one of the things that I didn't like is that sometimes there would be some audio glitches where I'd have to restart the PlayStation or the game itself, but I don't know if that was my HDMI or not, but it never really caused that issue until this game, and when I wasn't playing this game, that issue would not reoccur. So sometimes there would be kind of like a buzziness or like a crackling sound or something to the sound itself, but I don't really know if the cause was the game itself, so I don't know whether to blame it or not, or if it was my sound bar or my television. However, my television was creating the same sound when I wasn't using the sound bar, so I'm kind of led to believe that it was the game. When I got into the game and I saw there were a lot of collectibles to kind of, I guess, craft, I knew that I was going to be obsessed. I'm a hoarder when it comes to games. I just collect everything and put it in my stash, but for me it makes it more fun. I found myself just collecting everything and killing zombies just to collect things like spleens or cash or weapons or whatever. Even more than that, using the fuse boxes was really cool, because I do know that a lot of players were saying, hey, don't necessarily use your fuse boxes until the very end so you can kind of collect things, and I found that that was kind of silly because they were saying legendary weapons, but I did find that with legendary weapons or the gold ones, there only are like a specific limited amount. So it isn't like you can just get a gold version of a katana, for example. It's like a legendary version of a katana maybe is in the game, but it's kind of tied to the game somewhere. So it's not like you can just get that. But I did find the fuse boxes to be really cool, because sometimes, even without the fuse boxes, you would have to kind of go through puzzles to try to figure out how to open something. So if I wanted to open a door, maybe I'd have to follow the line of a circuit breaker to damage the other circuit breaker or something. And I found that really fun. You're not really stuck in a particular situation. You can choose to be sneaky, you can be aggressive like I usually am, you can go and be impulsive, or you can kind of, you know, work things out and be tactical. And it doesn't punish you for the choice you decided to make. I mean, unless you, I guess, played incorrectly and killed yourself somehow, then I guess that's kind of a punishment. But other than that, it was really cool that I could just kind of sneak around if I wanted to do that, or if I wanted to kill somebody long distance with a sniper or something, I could do that. Now, I'm somebody that really loved Dead Island 1 many years ago, and then finally Dying Light, and then Dying Light 2, although Dying Light 2 was kind of eh. But Dying Light 1, I loved Dying Light 1. I played that forever. I don't even know. Forever. And with this game, I felt just back in that groove. And I don't know if it was like just finally coming back out of a burnout or something, but I was just relaxed. The ambience was really nice. The music and the surroundings, the surround sound itself was really nice. The effects were really cool. The overall vibrant atmosphere was really nice. I mean, yeah, I was in game in a world where it was full of zombies and it was being overran by people that were trying to eat you. But other than that, I mean, it was really relaxing. And sometimes I would just play the game just to chop off heads or something, and yeah, it was really cool. Now, when it comes to the storyline, even though I did find that to be pretty cool and, you know, a little cliche, because I think you could kind of figure it out, there was some twists and turns that I did not expect, and I thought it was really cool. But I usually don't really listen to a storyline. Sometimes I'll just skip. I admit I do that. Like sometimes, like when the storyline's too long or I'm not really interested anymore, I'll just like spam F or I'll spam X or something. You know, I will basically skip the dialogue in order to go into the next situation. I found myself really weirdly enough, and this is rare, listening to the entire storyline, watching every single quest, every single cutscene, not skipping anything. But yeah, I mean, I was completely captivated, and throughout the entire game, I didn't play single player because I don't really like playing single player. But yeah, I did end up playing with my wife the entire time from start to finish, and it was really fun. I found that it wasn't really laggy. I didn't really like the fact that it was kind of going on P2P, so peer-to-peer. So if I was hosting, it would rely on me rather than official servers, which is not really a fun method, because when you go and play with somebody that has a really terrible connection, which we did with a friend, we tried to help him, we were just rubber banding everywhere, which could have been resolved if it was on our server already, but that wasn't the case. For the first time in a long time, I found myself playing the game and getting every single trophy, getting every single collectible that I could, getting every single achievement inside the game itself, so that I could just unlock everything and all my powers and everything. But overall, I want to say that I really had a lot of fun with this game. The combat was really fun. I do wish there was a bit more parkour, but that's just me kind of referencing Dying Light after playing that. But overall, I had a lot of fun. I do wish you could kind of use some of the vehicles just for fun or something like that, you know, like a bicycle that's randomly on the street. But I did find it a lot of fun, and I had a lot of fun with it, and I'm actually really excited for the new content that's going to be coming out for Dead Island 2 with the additional story quests and the additional side quests and new weapons and new monsters and stuff like that. So yeah, overall I had a lot of fun with it, and if you have not played this game whatsoever, I do recommend it. You don't have to play Dead Island 1 to know what's going on in Dead Island 2. So yeah, I mean, I give this game an approval. I'm not going to do a rating system anymore of 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 or whatever. I thought it was a solid game, and I really enjoyed it. So again, a special thanks to Deep Silver for sending me a copy of this game in advance. I'm sorry it took I don't know how many months for me to put out this video, but at least you know I have been playing it non-stop. Like I said, I did not play alone. I played with my wife and we played non-stop. So we started the game together and we finished the game together and we did the trophy at the exact same time and got the platinum together. So thank you for that. It was a really fun experience, and I can't wait for the updates. As for everybody else, thank you for watching the video. If you've played the game, let me know what was your favorite part of this game. I'd love to know in the comments below and we could talk about it. I will share mine with you, my favorite moments. Maybe I'll release some clips or shorts or something of some really funny moments that I had in the game itself. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe and click that adorable fucking bell to know when I upload a brand new video. And don't forget to come join my Discord if you want to chat and hang out. Much love, and as always, till next time, friends.